Hey people, it's been a little bit since I've done a video. Um, we've been quite busy, just life. But just wanted to touch base and let you know that Clay's doing fairly well. Um, he does still have some issues. Don't look at my blueberry stain, I just made a smoothie. Um, he does still have quite a few issues going on, and we don't quite know if they're anything really serious or if it's just part of the healing process or part of the cancer, um, this type of cancer. He looks, and I hate saying this, but he looks sick. I mean, he does look sick. Um, I think I mentioned before that they did put him on this new drug for his anemia, and it's brought him to a plateau. I think he's not as tired as he was, but he still doesn't feel well. And I read somewhere that sometimes it takes up to 6 months to recover from this particular surgery. So we're going to give it time and see how it goes. He's got a lot of limitations still. He still has not he still has not had his bike out, I'll put it that way. He's kind of afraid right now to take it anywhere, because he still has a lot of pain where that kidney was. So it's one of those things that he's just gonna let it ride for a while. We did get it hooked up to we're going to get it hooked up to trickle charge because we had to move it for the new car. So we put it in the back shed with the kitties, and we've had to cover it up because kitties like to climb, and so we have to get it on trickle charge so we don't have to uncover it every time we want to charge the battery. Look at this hair. Anyway, things are going fairly well here. I'm waiting to get into a dentist. I think I have a filling coming out, so that's quite painful, but Clay's off to the dermatologist today. We're just covering all of our bases. Whenever they tell you have cancer, you're like, Lord, I have it everywhere. And so we're kind of in panic mode. I just had 2 places tested last week, and I'll get those results in. It just seems like when you turn 60, 50, it all falls apart. So we are medically we are running high, but financially we're in the hole with doctors and co-pays and whatnot. But what can you do? Trying to think of anything else that we're experiencing. I trapped a cat the other day and went to get my hair cut, and this little kitty is sitting outside, and a very friendly little cat. So I rushed down and I pet it. I'm an animal person, so I walked in and I said, "Does that cat belong to you ladies?" "Nope, it's not ours. It just showed up." I said, "Well, somebody's dumped it." And I said, I can't leave it out here. It's too close to the highway." So I called Clay and I said, "Can you bring me a trap?" I said, "There's a little kitty." "Well, what are you going to do with that cat?" I said, I'm not keeping it. Don't worry. I'm just going to make sure it's safe." So he brought a cat carrier, which is not a trap. He brought a cat carrier, so between me and the lady at the shop, we managed to get it in the carrier. And the cat managed to get me. So I put it in the trunk of. I mean, we have a new little car, and I didn't want to, the cat running around in there. So that's why I asked him to bring me a trap, and I already have a towel back there. So I set it on the towel, and I took it to the house and opened the trunk, and out flies the cat. And I thought, well, shoot. So I chased the cat around the front yard. I mean, it didn't go far, but it's wild. And so I finally got a hold of it, and I got it in the garage and was giving it some food. And before I could get the garage door down, gone again. So I chased it again, and I'm like, man, this is not my day for cats. Finally got a hold of it. I grabbed it by the nape of the neck and held on to it until he could get the screen door shut on the garage. So I put it down. I thought, well, it'll eat now, and I'll go find a place to take it. That cat got up on top of the garage door and would not come down. It would not come down. I poked at it with a stick, and I tried everything. I put the door down a little bit, then put it up, put it down, put it up. It wouldn't move. So I thought, well, I'm not going to sit here and wait for the cat to come down. So I came in the house and, called around a few places and finally found a place that would take it. And so Clay comes home, and I said, don't open that garage door. That cat, he ain't going again. So he comes in, he said, well, where's it at? I said, it's up on the top of that door. And so he starts poking around. Well, he finally got it to jump onto the shelving. And I said, you're going to need a thick pair of gloves for this little kitty. I said, it's already nailed me. So he got his gloves out, climbed up on the step stool and got the little kitten. And this time we had the trap. I went and got the trap and brought it in. And I said that we're going to use this because I said it's already escaped once. So anyway, take it to the Humane Society. And the lady said, well, is it your cat? I said, no, it's not my cat. I said, I found it. Well, what we'll do is we'll fix it for free, and then we'll release it. I said, you can't release that cat where I found it. Well, why not? I said, because it's on a highway. I said, 40 is the busiest road out here. And she said, well, if you'd like to make a donation, we can get it fixed for free, and we will try to rehome the little kitten. And I said, well, that would be great. I said, do I have your guarantee that the kitten is going to be adopted and not released? And she said, well, yes, absolutely. So I left the little kitty and made my little donation and came on home. So yesterday, we're outside working in the yard. Well, the day before yesterday. I'm so sore I can't move today. But anyway, we were out there working in the yard, and I'm cleaning out a bed, and it's a task to keep up with the aloe. People love aloe. I like aloe, but it's a risk to clear it out. There, and I have a new place on my other arm. It will get you every time. It'll get you. So I cleaned out a bunch of aloe. And Clay comes around the corner, and he says, I don't feel very well. I said, you're overdoing it. Again, you're overdoing it. And so he looked like death. I mean, literally, he looked like death. And you guys can't, don't judge us for how I word things. This is how we cope with cancer. We poke fun at it because, what else you gonna do? Sit around and cry all the time? So, I told him, I said, you look like death today. I said, you need to go inside and sit down and rest a while. Well, I don't want to. I said, well, I'm sorry, but you need to. So we both came in. And, he's just got a collar about him that, I don't know if that's, I've seen a lot of patients with cancer, but it's different when it's somebody you're close to. You notice everything. You notice all the changes in their appetite. You notice the color. You notice their eyes. And you notice that sometimes they get a blank stare. And I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know if it's something that he's worried about. He did tell me that we're going to go all out for Christmas this year. We're going to decorate, and I'm not a Christmas person. I don't mind a few lights and, little things out, but I don't, pretty much always had a Christmas tree, but we don't even have one of those anymore. I got rid of it. So, he wants to go all out. He really believes this is his last Christmas. And, I don't know if it is or not. You can't predict these things. We may go in November and they say it's still not, there's none there, and we may go back in November and they'll say it's back. We just don't know. So, it's just, at this age, you expect to be traveling and doing things that you want to do. You don't expect to be living day to day, wondering when the next shoe's going to drop. And that's what we do. We worry. I worry every day, is he going to wake up today? Is there going to be a new complication? Or they don't tell you these things when they say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to take your kidney out and everything's going to be good. But they don't tell you that the lingering effects of that will affect you for a long time. And some of them are lifelong. So that's why neither of us are a fan of the chemo, which he decided not to do. We have learned that radiation is just as dangerous, and radiation will kill you just as well. So you're in a crapshoot, literally. Do we do the chemo and get maybe this much more time, or we don't do the chemo and we get this much more time? It's a situation nobody wants to be in. You want to live. Everybody wants to live. But we're at the point in our life, and I've told him myself, I said, if it comes to me and they tell me that I don't have better than an 80% chance, I'm not doing it. I will say, send me home and give me the best drugs you got. And then I'll start smoking pot. No, not really. But, it's difficult. We never imagined 2 years ago that we would retire to a beautiful state, year-round great weather, to be faced with this. And we've discussed it over and over. Like I said, for the most part, my voice has been gone since he got diagnosed. I had very, very little voice. But this is how we cope. We just talk. And I'm not a talker. I am not. I talk in these videos only because I want you to know what's going on, and I want you to be informed that if you should get this diagnosis, this is our story. It's reality for us. It is totally unexpected. It's totally overwhelming. It's scary. I can't say that we've been mad, but I'm very disappointed in the medical system because this has went on for over 4 years, and we've just now came to this diagnosis. So whatever damage has been done has had 4 years to do it. So I'm more disappointed than mad. Excuse me, I'm sitting in a high chair. I'm just more disappointed. And he loves working in our yard. He loves, he loves life. And to watch him not be able to do some things, it's very hard. And it's hard on me to have to pick up the slack. I'm not young anymore, and I'm not the healthiest. I'm working on getting healthier. My journey, and I will do a side bar here, my journey has pretty much come to a fork in the road. I have stopped losing weight. I had my blood work done. I got those results 2 weeks ago, and all of my levels are perfect. My glucose, my iron, my my triglycerides. Everything was good except for my cholesterol, and it was up to 300. So, I told my doctor, I said, I'm at a point where I don't know what else to do. I've cut out bread, I've cut out pasta, anything that's high carb I do not eat. I gave up soda pop, which was my lifelong addiction. I gave that up. I drink only water or lemonade, and lemonade is, pretty bland. I have my cappuccino in the morning, which, if I have said I won't give it up, but if that's what's causing this, then I will give it up. I only have 1 cup a day. So I'm at a crossroads on what to do. I'm exercising, I'm walking, I'm riding my bike, and I have just come to a standstill. So I get to go see an endocrinologist, and maybe they can come up with a better plan. I don't know. I really thought that the low carb diet was what I needed, and for the first 8 months that was working, and I finally got my knee to where I can walk. Finally, this has been a journey in itself, being able to walk. So, appreciate your knees and your hips if you still got good ones, because I don't. But I'm doing the very best I can. So, anyway, back to play. It's hard. It's very difficult to watch a very vital person become a dependent person. He depends on me for pretty much everything. I do all the grocery carrying. We buy kitty litter. I have to carry that. He is using the rider now in the backyard, which helps out tremendously. And I let him do a few swipes on the front yard the other day, which just thrilled him to death. But we're in the process of edging. I'm a yard fanatic now. I didn't used to be, but I am now. I'm a yard fanatic. So we started out with the old-fashioned edger, where you use your foot. Well, it just about killed me. So I told him, I said, I can't do that yard with that thing. I said, can we find us a more updated model? So we found one at Lowe's. So today he's going to pick that up for me, and that's something he can do also, because it's electric, and we are just really outside people. I didn't used to be. When I was younger, I was not outside. But now that I'm older and I have my own home, I'm really enjoying it. And we've still got, Lord, we have so much to do here. It was fairly landscaped when we got here, but it needed some upgrades. So we're trying to, it's a process. It's a process. We are trying to, we had a great huge pile of old wood that the previous owner had left, and it was rotted. So we get the bright idea, let's move that wood off of that patio out there up against the fence to where we can pull it and burn it, as we get time. Because down here you can't only burn mostly winter months, because it's so dry. You can only burn mostly in the summer, during the rainy season, because it gets so dry in the winter months that it's a danger. So we put it in that, over there by the fence, and it sits there, Harley gets into it. Harley's dug it all up, and she's moved it. And so this weekend I said, I'm going to move that pile. I'm going to move it. If I have to move it all the way to the dump, I'm going to move it. Well, you can't take it to the dump, he said. They'll charge you. I said, well, we're going to move that. So I start throwing it in the wheelbarrow, and hey, Harley. And I can't do it. It's just too much. So I vacated that and moved on to my bed. But anyway, we've finally got the wood over here on the porch to burn, and we've got it drying out. So hopefully we'll get that burned up. But there was just a lot of little things that needed to be done that we're finally getting to. We've just been enjoying Florida so much. And, hopefully this week, one day we'll get to go to the beach and hang out and enjoy that. It's one of our things that we like to do. We don't necessarily swim. I can't swim, but I do have a floaty that I can, hang on. But we just like to sit and listen to the water and watch people. It's what we do. So, enough rambling, I guess. Clay, like I said, Clay's doing pretty well. He's, still have some issues, but all in all, we are hanging in there. That's all we can do, is just hang in and run it to the end, and hopefully beat it. People say that you should have confidence that you're going to win. Well, I'm confident that we can win, but I'm not convinced we will. Not from what I've seen about this cancer. I'm not convinced. It will take a lot to convince me. He will have to go farther than 5 years for it to convince me. And so, between now and November, there's an 85% chance that it will come back. So, those odds, I don't like those odds. Clay doesn't like those odds. But, if we make it to November with a clear slate, then I will be getting more confident and reassured that maybe it is gone. We will just have to wait and see. So you guys have a good day. It's kind of cloudy here today, very humid. I'm out on the porch, and it's a little sticky. So can't mop floors on a day like this. You can't, and I will tell you this. In Florida, you can't make divinity. It doesn't work. You can't make toilet bombs. It's too humid. So, just a FYI tidbit. Okay, have a good one, and I'll try to check in again soon. Like I said, we go back in November. So, fingers crossed that all goes well. Okay, bye.